Okay, March 21st, 2020. I'm going to give you an update on my 49 Dodge 6-liter LS swap. Motor's in. Obviously I showed the air conditioning last time. It fits nice. I had to go back to the junkyard and buy another radiator because I didn't grab it. I did buy the original fan from the Escalade, so I made that work. I had to do some notching down here, but the fan spins freely. Made a bracket so the radiator sits on the frame. I had to cut my old brackets off from when this was a 4-cylinder S10. Front clip back on, and my hood support, or whatever you'd call that piece, is on. Back to original. This exhaust manifold is definitely going to give me a problem. I don't know. I'm going to take it back off and cut a little bit more off, and then I got a big piece of Schedule 40 pipe that I'm going to weld basically a tube down alongside the transmission and maybe put the flange on the end of that. From what I understand, that's cast steel, relatively easy to weld, so I'm going to heat it up and weld it. My fan just barely clears, but it does. It clears and spins fine. I got a pretty decent gap between the fan and the motor. And if you look at that little nub on the plastic, it doesn't exactly line up where it was originally, but it's not terrible, so not too bad. The steering is going to be a problem. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it yet. I may change the whole shaft. I may change the whole steering column. Don't know. I'm open for advice on that. Haven't touched the other side's exhaust yet, but hopefully I can take the nub off the side of that 4L80 if I need to, or maybe it'll come in below. I don't know yet. I'll get to that when I get to it, I guess. I also decided that I need to build some supports for the front clip of this thing because it was a little floppy, so I'll do that before I put the fenders on. Let's see. Oh, the 4L80 frame mount I had finished. I took the original 4-cylinder T5 mount, cut it, welded some angle to it on both sides. And basically built a little tab for the transmission to mount to. And that's about it. My next big issue will be wiring harness, I guess, after I get these manifolds taken care of. I have the factory Escalade wiring harness, but I was an idiot and cut the part that went down to the transmission off at the junkyard because originally I had it in my head I was going to use my stick, and I didn't need it, so I didn't want to get underneath it in the junkyard and cut it off. Well, now I do need it, so I don't know exactly what I'm going to do to rectify that, but take a look at this. This is where the manifold goes up right here, and it's going to be tight as a duck's ass, but I'll make it work. And here's the back side of my frame that I notched for the oil pan. All in all, it's coming together.